All right, so these clearly sound good in a mix. Let's talk about just some of the IRs. What is so special about this IR pack? And first and foremost, I want to tell you right now, when these were released, I bought these with my own money. I didn't reach out to Bogren, nothing like that. I just bought them. I loved them. Then I sent a message to Bogren. I was like, "Can we do a video about this?" And he was like, "Hell yeah!" So this video is sponsored by Bogren, but I bought these with my own money first, and I loved them. Then I reached out to Bogren. I'm always a big fan of Cola and Jens. They put out a new IR pack, and pretty much I have to get them. I didn't even watch the full video when Cola released this video talking about the IRs. I was just like, "Ooh, Cola made IRs, buy," and that's pretty much how it goes with me. So what we're gonna do here is you already heard it in a mix. There's no sense in going over the mix. Let's talk about some of these IRs, specifically what you get other than just the ones that Cola and Jens created. So as you can see here, I've just got the Fortin Nameless, and I loaded my the Well Rounder preset. This is from my Marshall Metal preset pack, which you can get on my website, chernobylaudio.com. So I just loaded the Well Rounder, and I went to the IR section. And I just have loaded two random IRs from the Cola folder, and we have this. Sounds amazing as you would expect. Let's just go through a couple of these one by one. So, the what we can do here is this button. So this is just literally down the list. One of the cool things that I really like that Cola does, actually Jens as well, is normally they put out an IR pack and it's just, as you can see here, just a list of names. I'll just load this folder here. It's just a list of names that you can see here. And they don't really tell you what they are, what the microphones are, what the speaker is, which is normally when you're getting started, this is really what you want to know so that you know how to build your tone later. You know, for example, if you like a specific speaker with a specific microphone on it, you can always go to that. But here they just have names. You know, I like it that it's just here's a name, here's oh cool, what is Teutonic Thrash Attack sound like? Let's have a listen to that, for example. Aggressive sounding. Nice presence. Cool, I like it. And then you can move on, writing your music, working on your stuff. But these are also blendable, like I showed you here. So I was pretty fond of the 360 fullness because it just added some depth back to the guitar tone. See, now we have more low end, mid range, kind of scooped. Bringing some body back into the guitar tone. So these are all blendable, and you can go through and you can go, ooh, I like the attack and the spikiness of this. This one's a bit rounder. Let's put them together. Bam, you get a full body guitar tone. They're very simple to use. Like if we go to Jens's folder here. Now Jens did a couple of different things. There's actually bass IRs here and some lead guitar IRs and rhythm IRs. Now, the last time I looked at one of Jens's IRs, I actually didn't even read the names. I just kind of went through the IRs. I'm like, ooh, I like this one. I ended up using a lead IR for a rhythm guitar tone, but it worked out fine. Now, the cool thing here between Jens and Cola is obviously they're different producers, different engineers, so they have different tastes. So there's a lot of different sounds that you're going to get from this IR pack. That one's pretty nasty. What is that one? Oh, it's literally called it's literally called nasty. Awesome. Ooh, there's a lot of lowing on that. So the point is you go through the IRs and you listen and you try to basically understand what they sound like and then how to use them. And like I say, being able to go between the different sounds between yens or cola, maybe you're more drawn to one or the other. You can get started with that, but also that you can blend them. All of these are phase aligned, so you could take a Yen's IR and blend it with a Cola IR. It's pretty cool. As far as I understand, all the IRs in this pack are all perfectly phase aligned, so you could even take from the historic pack or the technical pack and blend them all together. This is pretty much standard what you would expect to get from Yen's and Cola. The reason I really wanted to do the video like this was I wanted to look at some of the technical and historic IRs. Now, the way that I see that they've done this here is technical literally just means that it's pretty much the microphones have been placed on a speaker in a technical way. So it's just, I guess, you remember if you remember the old packs from like red wires from a long time ago, it was here's the center, here's half inch away from the center, and etc. So it looks like these have just been put in arbitrary positions. Not necessarily if they sound good or bad, it's just here they are, here's what they sound like. So here is where it's going to be really interesting to craft your own guitar tone. Because I haven't gone through all of these. There's hundreds of them in here. There's a lot. I think there's like 200, something like this. There's really a lot. Yeah, okay, so you can't really tell because the name doesn't change, but when you're swiping here, you left 8. So technical, it sounds like they just started from the middle of the cap and then just went off to the side of the cone, which is exactly what you would want, because if you have a speaker that you're liking and it's a little bright, this is basically what I was teaching in Guitar Tone Mastery, and my workshop was have a starting point and then adjust from there. This literally allows you to do that. So this would be similar to real life where you put the microphone on the cap and you're moving it back and forth. Maybe you change the angle right to the point where it sounds good on the speaker where you want it. So this is, I guess, what they mean by technical, which is here's a spot, here's a spot, here's a spot, here's a spot. And then you can, find the spot that corresponds well with the guitar tone you're trying to create. As we get closer to the cap, obviously, it gets brighter further away. Well, so this should, theoretically, this should be literally on the edge of the cone. So if we were, let me just turn this on so I can, I don't know if actually, so what's happening, I'll show you. So like when it says center here, so when it says center, just visualize that this is where the microphone is on the center. And then we went all the way to number 12. I can probably just, what is this? Number 9. Okay, so if there's 12 impulses between the center and then the edge here of the cone, let's just say number 9 is about like right here. So that's how you can visualize this in your head when you're going through these. So here's the center. I have no idea where they did this, but there's just the logical way. So like maybe 1 is here, 2 is here, 3 might be here, 4, 5, 6, and so on, all the way to the edge, which is number 12 there. So this is a really cool way to systematically go through and learn the speaker. All the technical information is actually included in a PDF, so you know which speaker and which cab. So you'll be able to know how these were created and what they were created with. Right, so that's just, I'm not going to go through all these. This video will be forever. But let's check out the historical ones. There are so many of these here. I don't even know. Let's just pick one. Here, this looks good. Now, these don't have as many IRs. I don't know the reasoning for that, but probably, do all of them only have 5? Yeah, all of them only have 5. Maybe what they did is they just found the best sounding spots for the mic position and then did an IR of those. But I have no idea what this sounds like. Ooh, that is bright. But just for the sake of argument, extremely usable. Like I just did that on the fly. So what I heard was it was very bright and spiky for the current tone stack settings that I had. I turned the presence off, turn the treble down a little bit. Let's go. Very, very interesting. Now there are so many of these, and as I said, there is a PDF. Let me actually just get the PDF up for you. Right, so here's the PDF, and you can just read through it. It's really cool. I like that this is happening more and more where they are explaining what an IR is, because I know there are a lot of you, even on my channel, who get emails how to use an IR, what is it. So it's very great that there's an explanation of what it is in here and how to use it specifically. That's one of the main questions I get all the time to my email. How do I use this? What do I use it with? Right. And then, how to install it. I don't use a cloud IR or a Kemper or anything like this, but all the information is right in here. I think it's fantastic that they took the time to explain how to do that. Now, here you go. So if you, for example, what is the 360 fullness? So it's a Mesa, yeah, V30 with the Bear Dynamic M360. So why would that be important? Because maybe you like, I know I do, the microphone. Maybe that microphone just has a nice full sound to it, and it's something that you can go into the technical folder and then play around with it, see what happens there, if you can use it with another blend of something like that. But here's all the information of every single IR, what it is, how they made it, if that matters to you. When it comes to these kind of packs, I actually don't care too much, because I know, for example, this is a combination of a Mesa and a Fryette cab. I can't recreate that, so it's cool that I'm getting interesting blends and combinations from Coda himself through his ear, which is also a great studying resource to understand what a good guitar tone should sound like at the source, right? This is a great pack to buy, to use, and also to study and compare what you're making raw versus what they created raw. It's very good. Then Bogren. It was like a Jens Jogren. Yeah, I just put the two names together. But here, we have a couple of different other cabs that are used. The Mesa Oversized seems to be pretty popular here, but we have a vintage Marshall here. What's this nasty one? I don't know how maybe it's because of the microphone, this M24. But then here are all the historic IR. So you can tell what the microphone is, and maybe you can read about it if you want. But these obviously were all probably captured through the same Mesa, I'm assuming. I think it told us right here, up here. I don't know. But in the video, Cola said he went through the Mesa. It's like through a V30 from 2002, something like this. This is a great thing to have. Here are all the historic IRs, the technical IRs. Here, the technical IRs. Here we go. So it's a Mesa. I was right. So it's a Mesa oversized 4x12 with a 2002 Selection V30. So here are all the different microphones now with the technical IRs, and these are the ones that are going to be extremely usable for creating your own guitar tones, right? And I think these are the exact same microphones that were used in the packs that Cola made. For example, what is this? M360? Is that down here in the technical? Technical M360, okay? So I liked how the 360 fullness sounded, so maybe I would go into the technical folder to the 360 and see what it sounds like in different positions. Maybe I might use it to blend with something else. So very interesting pack. Lots of opportunities to create unique tones here, not just using the IRs that Cola and Jens have created. Obviously you can and you should, because they're friggin' amazing and they're very easy to use, but this is something that really piques my interest as kind of a tone builder myself. I'm going to be going through these for sure and seeing how I can use these microphones to create unique tones. Because this is really it right here. All these different microphones, different sounds. Obviously, we still have the 2002 V30, but I mean, you know, it's good quality. It's a really good one. And so we have the technical IR. So let's just go through a couple more technical IRs. Let's find that one that I can remember the name of it. M360. Yeah, this one. Okay, so let's just see what this sounds like right off the bat. That's off. Have a listen. It's off, right? Yep. I do like that quite a lot. Let's turn the gain up. That's awesome. So like just taking my preset pack, putting a different IR, adjusting the tone stack a little bit, bam. This is awesome. Uh, yeah, it's good to get away from the standard SM57 sound. I know it's a staple, but these new microphones, these new technical IRs, I'm going to be going through these a lot, and I'm going to be trying to create really cool different sounds because that's where the uniqueness and the identity comes from. So I have to say, I'm very impressed with the IRs. Obviously, they sound good in the mix, and I didn't use any of the technical ones in the mix in the video. I told you I used what did I use? It was from Cola's pack. So in Cola's pack, I used triple dynamic brightness with the 360 fullness. Let's see what that sounds like with this preset. Let's. Very simple and easy to use. So I don't think I need to go any further. You guys get the point. High quality, good IRs. You should always have a bunch of these, and you should always go out of the way to find new and interesting ones so you can create different sounds. That's the whole point, right? You want to be different from the standard crowd. Um, Definitely love this IR pack. Big thank you to Bogren Yasik specifically when I reached out for letting me do the video. It's awesome. Like I said, bought this with my own money when it first came out. I had no plans to do a video. Just told Yasik these things are fucking awesome. Would love to do a video if he wanted me to do one. And he said yes. So here I am. Big fan. Highly recommended. Specifically because of the technical IR folder that gives you all of those 12 impulse responses of all those different microphones. You could spend days going through all the different combinations to create something unique, which you definitely should. All right. So that'll do it for this video, guys. Link down below if you want to check out the IR pack, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.